back. In this video, we are going to cover the side lying position, all right? And just like in the supine video, we have got head control, diaphragmatic breathing, we'll switch orders, diaphragmatic breathing, head control, and we have locomotion that we're going to integrate. Okay, just like in the supine video, I'm going to show you 3 different side lying positions that you can use and should use. And then I'm going to demonstrate some locomotion. All right, this video will be a little shorter than the last one because I don't have to go into any sort of explanations. Okay, so here we go. Side lying position. The very first side lying position is here. All right, my legs are about, I don't know what that is, maybe 105 degrees to my body. They're not pulled up to 90. You certainly can do it this way if you want. It might not be comfortable. So we're going here, and then my knees are about 90 degrees. My hand, okay, is going to be on my belly just as a cue to remind me to breathe. And I'm going to lie on this hand, all right? Now for me, I've got some elbow issues here. Okay, I broke this arm 30 years ago. It never healed properly, so I don't have full range of motion. So you're going to see me make a fist or just lie on the back of my hand. The reason I bring that up is many people also have shoulder issues or range of motion issues in upper limbs, so you may need to do this too, all right? So I'm going to go just like this. Hand goes here, swallow, tongue goes on the roof of the mouth, and breathe. Now, I also want to pay attention to a couple areas as well. Remember, in the last video, we talked about barrel breathing or 360-degree breathing and other areas you need to be focused on besides just your stomach. So I'm using my forearm right here, and I'm paying attention to, as I inhale, do I feel my forearm rise? If I can't, right, then I'm just going to put my hand here. Do I feel my ribs expand up? Yes, I do. What about my lower back? Yes, I feel it push against the wall. What about down here on this side? Okay. Yes, I feel this side press into the floor and I feel my entire torso rise. Okay. So that's the diaphragmatic breathing in this first position. Okay. Head control drills, what do they look like? Well, we have rotation. I'm going to look down here. See, I've got this little area, this little triangle that my elbow makes. I'm looking down into the triangle. I'm catching a breath. I'm looking away, looking over the shoulder. By the way, this stuff feels really good, so don't be surprised if you feel super relaxed afterwards. I believe Courtney describes this sometimes as being on a vacation. It's like there's so much relaxing going on from the stress of normal day-to-day life that this literally can transport you to a magical place. All right, so the point is to relax. Okay, so there's rotation. Now, what about flexion and extension? So I'm going to look down here at my knees. There's my flexion. And then I'm going to look up. There's my extension. Okay. So there's position 1, side lying. Okay. Here is position 2. Forearm is roughly perpendicular to the body. Okay, right about there. Legs are, again, that 105-degree position. Now, you'll notice here that there is a lot of space between my ear and my shoulder. Many of us like to do this, and we don't want to do that. Okay, so what we want to do is push the floor down and away. All right, so that's the cue. Press the floor down and away, or push down hard on the floor. When you do, your head will pop out, just like that. Okay. We want this shoulder roughly perpendicular to the floor, or excuse me, this upper arm roughly perpendicular to the floor. All right. And then I catch my breathing in here, same thing. Yep, feel that stomach expand. How about the sides? Yep. How about this side? This side isn't on the floor, so how do we do this? Just put your hand underneath here. Okay, well, what about, like, you know, I'm feeling my neck. Maybe it's feeling a little strain here. Should I be feeling that? Yes, that means your neck is weak. All right. I don't know how to be any nicer than that, right? Our necks are designed to be strong because they hold our heads up, but because they don't, they get weak. All right. So how do we overcome that? Well, we just keep the back teeth closed, tongue on the roof of the mouth. That also provides some unique neck vertebrae protection. Okay. Keeping the tongue on the roof of the mouth, back teeth together, not clenched hard, but just together. Okay. And what you can do is you can also just make sure that your head is back and set on your body. So I look down at this elbow, put this other hand up, look up, okay, push down, okay, and I do that. Now, incidentally, here's my rotation. What about my flexion and extension? Here we go. Okay, so that's position 2. What's the third position? Is there a third position? Yes, there is. Now, we don't see this third position necessarily in the developmental sequence. We'll see this right here, okay? But this third position just gets a little bit of hip work in here, all right? And so this is what we're gonna do. We just, using this foot as a kickstand, meaning it's just there as a placeholder, it's not actually doing any work, I'm gonna press this arm down and press this knee down, okay? And then I reach up. Make sure my head is centered. Look at this hand. Look at this elbow. Center my head. Do I need to check my breathing? Yeah, let's check the breathing. Oh yeah, that's working. How about these guys? Yep. Yeah, great. Head control. Okay. Now, obviously, you're not going to do all 3 of those in a row like that. We're going to spread these out over the course of time. Okay. You'll go back and forth between one side and the next. And that last one, yes, you will feel your abs contract automatically, especially your sides. They're gonna work, and they're supposed to, and that's part of the point. Okay. So that gets in your deep inner unit, okay, your deep core musculature, your inner unit, and it also brings in your outer core musculature, which I'm not going to get deep into at all. Okay, I'm just going to bring it up. Okay, now listen, we got diaphragmatic breathing and we got head control. Where is our locomotion? What do we do for locomotion? Very simple. We're going to do a form of rolling called egg rolls. And if you've had little kids, you may have seen them do something very similar to this. All right, so especially around that like 5-6 month mark up until about the 1 year point, okay? So I'm going to lie back down, tongue goes on the roof of the mouth. I'm going to let my legs flop open and my arms flop to my side, and then I'm going to grab my legs. And then I'm going to look at the ground and roll. And then I'm going to look back over my shoulder and turn my head and let my body go with it. And then same thing. And this feels like a massage. You might love this. Okay, again, eyes lead the head, head leads the body. Oh man, I gotta stop doing that. It's too relaxing. I might fall asleep on you. All right, so that's sideline. 3 positions in sideline. We do diaphragmatic breathing and head control with each one of those positions. And then we follow up each of those positions with the egg roll. Okay, so it's just regular sideline, egg roll. Sideline with the bridge, egg roll. Sideline with the bridge in the hip abduction, right, where we're pressing, lifting the hip off the floor, that egg roll. You're gonna do each side, and then you're gonna do your egg roll. So left side, breathing, head control, egg roll. Right side, breathing, head control, egg roll. Okay, if you find yourself pinched for time, then you go left side, or right side, left side, I don't care. Diaphragmatic breathing, head control, and then wrap it all up with the egg roll. Okay? So the interesting thing about this is the more you do, the faster you reacquire motor control. So if you're like, oh man, I gotta do this stuff again, and you skimp on it, well, you're only shooting yourself in the foot, because you're supposed to have this stuff in the first place. And remember, we lose it because we don't use it based on our environment, right? And an environment primarily of inactivity and sitting. All right, so this is side control. That's all we got for this. I will see you in the next video where we cover prone.